I used to be a pedestrian. I used to walk everywhere, and we talking everywhere, man. You know how people these days, like, they always aim to get 10,000 steps a day? Yeah, that was my daily life. That was not a problem, ever. Whenever I was meeting somebody, or whenever I had a date or anything like that, I had to make sure we meet before 6 o'clock, just so I can actually walk during the day. In fact, the very first time I visited the V&A waterfront back in 2014, I walked all the way back to UCT. Wow, I'm such a cheap digger. Oh my God. Okay, so towards the end of my degree, I borrowed my dad's car after I managed to convince him that my life was in danger. But even then, I still only used my car to stay late on campus, final year things. Since I had a car, I could drive pretty much anywhere in Cape Town, which meant I could tutor almost anywhere in Cape Town. And same thing with photography, I could have photo shoots anywhere. But I was a student, I still walked pretty much everywhere because, fuel costs money and cars need maintenance. However, when I started working and getting a fixed salary, I created a budget with a very healthy portion of fuel. Now I drive everywhere. I live less than 5 minutes away from work. I drive to work. Walking, that's peasant. Anyways, this example I just gave is what us acting adults call lifestyle creep. When luxuries become lifestyle. Be more precise, lifestyle creep is a situation where the cost of maintaining your standard of living or lifestyle increases as your disposable income also increases. Back in varsity, my parents paid for my accommodation, my tuition, and my food. How? Honestly, no, Zimbabwean parents are really special. Zimbabwe has proven now and again that rock bottom does not exist. But they still hustle somehow. God bless my parents. Anyways, given Zimbabwe's economic situation, I just couldn't have my parents pay for my lifestyle. That just did not sit well with me. So all other expenses were covered by me. Wanna buy ice cream? I felt that. Wanna go for movies? I'm only free on Tuesdays. I didn't have a stable income. Money came from tutoring, photography, and mainly my VAC work, my internships. But eventually, when I started working, I can afford that stuff now. I can afford to go for movies. Actually, my first time in Prestige was a month ago. Oh my God, that was really amazing. I can't wait to go for movies again, just so I can go Prestige. Lifestyle creep is caused by two main things. The first and most obvious one is inflation. Money loses value over time, therefore things become more expensive over time. And the second reason lifestyle creep occurs is because we intentionally decide to turn luxuries, Lexus, into lifestyle, into necessities. And the reason they call it lifestyle creep, keyword is creep, is because you don't see it coming. You only see it when it's too late. In varsity, I had very little expenses. I think I had like 200 rands per month for transport. Started working, my monthly traveling budget went up to 1 to 1.5. When I decided to buy a new car eventually, that figure will probably go up to 7,000-8,000 rands a month, including the fuel, the insurance, I'm not looking forward to that. I can definitely afford a new phone. Cameras, it's cameras, a very old. It's buying using 4K TV, with my internet. I've got an local wine farms. Let's go to Stellenbosch. That's where the original wine farms are. Zernies. What the hell is Zernies? I think it's time to have a babe. No. That's lifestyle creep. It's not inherently bad. I mean, we should all aspire to turn some of our luxuries into lifestyle. I personally hate cooking. Jesus, I hate cooking. Unfortunately, I can't yet afford a personal chef. Lifestyle creep becomes a problem when you can't control it. It will ruin you. You will start going into debt, living paycheck to paycheck. It will make you poor. And it is very hard to stop being poor. But it's not all bad news. I have identified two things you can do to avoid a disastrous lifestyle creep. The first thing is the most obvious thing, that's self-discipline. You can't be going into debt for clout. That's just childish. And speaking of children, avoid having those too. They can get quite expensive, eh? Stick to your budget, save and invest, and when your salary increases, also increase your savings and investments accordingly before you start touching your lifestyle. And the second thing you can do to avoid a disastrous lifestyle creep is, well, it's pretty straightforward, honestly. Make more money. That way, when the lifestyle starts to creep up, you can easily afford it. If your career does not have a good salary outlook, well, now you know, eh? Do something about it. Take bigger risks, invest more money. I want a personal chef. I don't think I can ever achieve that working a desk job. And remember, even as you earn more money, the difference between what you earn and what you're spending is what really matters the most. And if you don't have the self-discipline to manage that, well, let's just hope you don't end up in an economy like Zimbabwe's, because yeah, no, I don't wish that on anyone. Okay, fellow adults, acting adults, mature adults, let me know down in the comments which luxuries you plan on having as lifestyle soon and how you plan on doing that. Cool. If you enjoyed the video, like, leave a comment, subscribe. YouTube really likes that, eh? Okay, you have a good day. I'm gonna go work now. I promise I'm gonna go work. Okay, bye-bye. It's raining. I hope I'm still edible. I wanna cut that out.